Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Troy here. It's about that time. The streams are gonna be going live soon, so I'm just starting a little things a little bit ahead of time. So I'm still doing a little bit of setup, but regardless of that, we will be here watching to see what Pokemon Presents has in store for us today. Oh, let me go ahead and drop this in the chat. Well, rather in not the live chat, but the Discord group. Alright. I should be all set up here. It's quiet right now, so I cannot wait to see what is going to be shown today. Of course, this darn keyboard. I swear to God. I cannot wait to get myself a new computer later on this year. I mean that seriously. There's always certain keys that just get stuck. I just don't get it. Why does this happen? Freaking computer, man. Ay ay ay. We got 3 minutes. Glad you can make it, sir. About to start a couple of minutes. Hey Miles, what's up? Happy Pokemon Day to you, dude. Still waiting for it to, kick in. Still says 60 seconds. As you already see, the freaking live chat is already going nuts. Even though nothing has happened yet. They're just spamming. Honestly, I'm gonna cut that chat out in a minute. I'm pretty sure it has to be, Miles, because last year they were talking about Gen 10 and it ended up being a dead year. I don't think so this time. I'm pretty sure it's Scarlet and Violet's been out for about 2-3 years, and 2-3 years is usually a main series life cycle. So I'm almost certain we should be getting Gen 10 in this direct or present or whatever. But still, I'm almost certain we're gonna be getting Gen 10. But then of course there's gonna be the talk of Gen 5 remakes too. The reason I say Gen 5 remakes because every single generation, like from 1 through 4, has been remade. So that's also a possibility. Hi KSSP. They already made that announcement about Fire and Leaf Green. If anything, it's gonna be available once this present ends. It's gonna be available to play and download and everything else. Even though probably a preload already came out already, but it'll be available to play once the direct ends. That's already there. Also, it's local. It's gonna be local. If you were to get those games, still playing multiplayer, like playing with battles and stuff, is still local based. You will still have to be physically near people. KSSB, if you don't, I don't know how that's gonna work when I'm already live. Damn it. Hi, hi, hi. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello everyone.
Oh, right.
I'm
Damn
Ishihara
chat.
from the Pokemon Company. Today, February 27, is Pokemon Day. This is the date the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games were first released in Japan, marking the beginning of the Pokemon series. In those first two titles, 151 Pokemon made their appearance. Now, a total of 1,025 Pokemon have been discovered. And these diverse Pokemon have been part of the stories trainers worldwide
why
have
are
been able
the
to
subtitles on?
experience.
There we go. Turn that off.
This year marks the Pokemon series' 30th, a milestone reached because of your support. Thank you, each and every one of you. We hope you will all enjoy seeing how Pokemon continues to evolve. In today's broadcast, we'll share all the latest news about Pokemon. Please enjoy the presentation.
Alright, what we got up first?
I'm Junichi Masuda, and I handled the music and sound effects for the Pokemon
Ah,
Red
the
version
musical
and Pokemon Blue
mastermind.
version video games. You can now play all 45 songs from the games on the small player inspired by the Game Boy system. We took particular care to make the audio sound just like Game Boy, so I hope you enjoy listening while swapping out cartridges.
So they added a game music collection. Interesting.
Hello, Pokemon trainers, and happy Pokemon Day. I'm Chris Brown from the Pokemon Company International, and I'm thrilled to share news about the 2026 Pokemon World Championships, which will be taking place alongside our new fan experience, Pokemon XP in San Francisco. The 2026 Pokemon World Championships will once again welcome nearly 3,000 competitors from all over the world. Competitors in the video game championships will battle for the first time in Pokemon Champions, while their fellow competitors will battle in the Pokemon trading card game, Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Unite. Each of the final matches of these games will be held at the Chase Center, an arena that's 3 times the size as last year's finals. Years ago, we started on a mission to create the most exciting Pokemon event for our competitors and their families. As the World Championships evolved, we saw an opportunity to expand even further and deliver a one-of-a-kind experience where trainers around the world can come together in celebrating their fandom. As we celebrate 30 years of Pokemon, we invite all of you to the inaugural Pokemon XP event. Fans of all ages can expect fun activities, including interactive exhibits, pin trading, cosplay showcases, unique panels, hands-on workshops, exciting partner collaborations, and of course, visiting the Pokemon Center pop-up store. To celebrate this new experience, today we're giving you a first look at a truly special piece of art illustrating Pokemon XP alongside the highly anticipated World Championships.
Damn, that looks sick.
Whether you're joining us in person in San Francisco or from home on our
Oh, that's
website,
going right into
we can't
September.
wait to see you this August. Thank you, Pokemon trainers.
Alright, the training card game. None of my interests, but there are people that love the trading card game. And plus those cards do be worth a ton of money. Especially some of them. Like some cards go up to like thousands of dollars.
Sorry, I had a coworker that was in here, and I didn't want to be talking with all of that.
Nah, you're good. You're
So,
good.
so let's see how. Of course, I gotta have to mute whenever somebody shows up.
Nah, you're fine. You're fine, Chris. You're fine.
You making it Yui? I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say to that.
Time, baby.
Oh god. Alright, Pokemon Go's 10th anniversary. Yes.
Of course, they're gonna save Gen 10 for last.
Of course.
A huge range of Pokemon that
If I remember right, I think they said this was supposed to be, what, an hour?
And there's a 2-day Pokemon Go tour event starting tomorrow. We also have
Yep.
That's it?
to share.
Lame.
Oh, this is Pokemon Masters. A couple of other friends tried to get me to play this game for some reason.
Let your curiosity shine! Like a twinkling star! Pokemon Masters EX!
Hi, Pyro.
Hello.
The Cafe Remix. Another one that doesn't interest me.
I'm hoping for more like Gen 10, more for Fire Red, Leaf Green, and maybe like an Emerald update.
Well, remember, Fire Red, Leaf Green was already announced before this direct, though.
Well, they took away the home compatibility option in the description,
Yeah,
so it
that-
may not have that home compatible. And I'm hoping they announce that it is coming back.
that sucks.
Oh, this is Pokemon Sleep for people
This is
Is that sleep?
yeah, that's Sleep.
Yeah.
I know a friend of mine that's really big on this, and
Hey, sir.
people be playing this. Ah, there's Unite.
Pokemon Day, Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno.
I'm surprised Unite's still being played.
Yeah, it is, and people play it competitively too. Cause there is a competitive scene for this game.
That's insane.
Participate in the event to unlock their Unite licenses. And even more Pokemon are scheduled to be added. Don't miss what's coming.
Yeah, Unite's been at the World Championships for a couple of years now. It's highly
Yeah, this is for
competitive.
this is for anyone who actually does Pokemon cards on the app.
Yep. I know a friend of mine is doing the same thing. Like I said, the Pokemon cards, some of them can be worth up to a couple of $1,000s.
I know, like
It's insane how much money some of the cards be, like some of the cards be worth. It's crazy.
some of the older packs are
Yeah.
really.
If you have some of the older vintage packs, those packs could go up to like $4,000 a pack, which is insane.
Depending on the person, can go.
Oh,
up to
that's
$1
Gale
million.
of Darkness.
It all depends on.
That's Gale of Darkness. So they added that to the Switch 2 expansion because they had Coliseum in there too. So now Gale of Darkness is there.
Good. About time.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm glad I have a Switch too.
Nice. The Coliseum games were fun.
They updated it a little
Yeah,
bit.
they were.
They updated its graphics a little bit.
It's a good thing they added it because the only way you could play it was getting a freaking Wii. I'm pretty sure at the time.
Yeah, I have the original Coliseum in physical, and I could easily play that on my Wii if I want to. But if I could get a Switch 2, I'd rather play it on the Switch 2. Shit.
Yeah.
I never got to fully play this one, so I will actually love to play it, and it's come out next month too. So I will have to, if I were to ever get a Switch 2, I'd definitely be playing both of those.
Hello everyone,
Yeah.
I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokemon Company. I'd like to give you all some additional updates as we share the latest news on our games. First off, we have information regarding the Pokemon Fire Red.
This is what you've
Right
been
after
looking for.
this presentation.
Coming to Nintendo Switch. The Pokemon Fire Red
Yep.
and Pokemon Leaf Green games. Remakes of the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games in Japan.
All right, Chief. Appreciate it.
In 2004.
You can play on the original Nintendo Switch.
These games have been
Yeah, I know.
available to play once more as download exclusive titles on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch.
Well, there's your thing.
No, not all of it. The home thing.
To make these titles compatible with Pokemon
Yep,
Home.
they are going to be compatible with home. They brought it back.
You can bring Pokemon obtained in other Pokemon
So there you go. So there you go, Chris. There's your confirmation.
Or you can send Pokemon to visit Pokemon Champions. We hope you look forward to it.
I know competitive people would want to hear this.
Yep. Well, anyway, Chris, there's your confirmation.
Pokemon Champions.
So home
It will
support is confirmed. Now, Pokemon Champions. This is where I've definitely been interested in looking into. Cause they've been hyping
Of
this.
course, I had to call on the radio, but
They had
Yeah.
they've been hyping this up for a minute.
looks like they still are. Because see, they had taken away home compatibility for Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Well, that's no longer true anymore. It's been brought back.
My question about this is how well will this be going on? Because, like, I know there's definitely people who are purely competitive and know how the competitive scene works, and then there's others who actually just kind of play battles casually, so
Alright,
I'm
Chief.
gonna separate that.
Appreciate it.
Well, for Pokemon Champions, this is basically all about competition.
Yeah, didn't really seem interesting to me.
April.
Right. Now time to pop this energy drink so I can really stay awake.
Yeah, that's coming out in April then.
Yeah,
It's actually not that far away, honestly.
yeah, literally a month, literally like a month or so.
Okay.
That's crazy though. So then the mobile version of it's
Next
coming
up
out
is
later.
news about the Mega Dimension DLC for the Pokemon Legends ZA game, the newest title in the Pokemon series.
Mega
Please take a look at this video.
DLC, Mega Dimensions DLC. The DLC already launched unless there's something else they're adding to it.
Speaking of this DLC, I need to get started on it at some point.
I've been started it, but I never finished it.
Honestly, it looks like the same stuff that's already come out.
Yeah, and they've added more Mega Stones for some of the other Megas to become available. But of course, you have to play ranked play to get them. I haven't been playing ranked play at all, so I know there's a bunch of them I'm missing.
I guess they're showing off the Mega Z Golf.
Yep, Garchomp got another Mega form.
Hopefully, it's gonna be better than its actual Mega.
It looks like it.
Because I know the fall point on the original Mega was its speed, so from what it looks like, it looks more like a jet, so probably more speed in that.
So I'm surprised that Garchomp got another form. I mean, it needed it though, because it got slower.
A new Mega evolution of Garchomp, Mega Garchomp Z, has been discovered. This mystery gift will become available for the Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC after this presentation concludes.
So we can get it for free.
You'll be able to detect a special hyperspace distortion where you can encounter Mega Garchomp Z. You can obtain a Garchompite Z stone by winning a battle against Mega Garchomp Z in the special pocket of hyperspace. Next up, we have some news about Pokemon Pokopia.
Ah, this one. The one where you're basically playing as a Ditto. Basically, the Animal Crossing of Pokemon, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
That's what this game
From what
is.
I've seen it is.
I'm really hoping that the leaks for Gen 10 is not true and that it looks a lot better than what they're actually showing for the leaks. If it is, that's a huge disappointment.
That's a new Rotom form.
Is that curious-looking stereo of Rotom? Did it get enticed by the music and hop inside? It's really energetic and seems to go by DJ Rotom.
Oh, I guess you can play the older
CD in the game.
Gen music.
Yeah, basically, you just listen. It's basically basically you listen to music and stuff.
Ditto
Basically,
and the others are grooving to the beat too. Let's listen to DJ Rotom's specially selected tracks while I introduce you to the world of Pokemon Pokopia. Ditto first encounters Professor Tangrowth in a wasteland that was once a town. It seems like Ditto is working alongside other Pokemon to develop the town. Wow, they're sure fired up. Of course, you can't give your all on an empty stomach. It looks like Riolu wants something to eat too.
This game does not interest me at all.
Same.
But how do you cook? Huh? That's Silhouette. A Greedent appeared. It sounds like everyone calls it Chef Dente. Chef Dente can teach you how to cook all sorts of dishes. Each Pokemon has different foods they prefer. Some dishes will even power up your moves when you eat them. This will make it even easier to develop the town. Try bringing Pokemon you've befriended on an outing. In multiplayer mode, you can visit other players' towns. You can play with up to 3 other people. First, let's play some hide and seek. I wonder where everyone's hiding. Ah, there you are.
Too
There's
bad
someone here,
too bad
too.
you can't skip it.
But where's the last one? Whoa! You can transform into objects too! That was a fun game of hide and seek. By working together, you could even build something this big. Together, you can develop a town.
Like, it looks cool, but it also is like, it feels slightly disappointing.
Like I said, it's literally the Animal Crossing of Pokemon.
I mean, that's not a bad thing, but at the same time, it kind of just looks like, you know, it looks kind of rushed.
Yeah, I know they do, and I know Pokemon Go is doing a collab with this for some reason next month. Kind of weird, but whatever.
Releases next Thursday, huh?
Pokemon Pokopia releases next week on Thursday, March 5th. We hope you enjoy working with Pokemon to develop a town.
There's not that much for this presentation.
Today, we covered all of the information you see here.
I think the most exciting things here was probably Gale of Darkness and Fire Red and Leaf Green home compatibility.
Thank you for tuning in.
Alright, one last thing. Let's see what it is.
That looks like Gen 10.
Oh. Looks like Johto. And Sinnoh. And Unova.
Like Pokemon from different types of from all the regions.
Oh, and then you got
it's showing pictures from all the regions. So I'm just something's gonna happen. There's Galar. There's the Gen 9. So
opening the doors. Huh?
What the?
That is not Gen 10. That is 2 Pikachus and different outfits. Oh, wait, hold on. What is this? This might be the game.
Yeah, I think this might be Gen 10. Yeah, because this looks different. This might be Gen 10. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, it
Also,
is Gen 10. It is Gen 10.
I hope all this quality actually eventually goes around to the actual game.
Yeah, this is definitely Gen 10. You could tell.
Yeah. You can definitely tell it's Gen 10, and
Water physics.
you know that actually looks very beautiful.
Ooh,
If it's a
strong.
Switch 2,
Ooh, the volcano.
if that's a Switch 2 exclusive, oh boy, that looks great.
Three
And the way-
stars.
Thank you. And the starter Pokemon.
Yep, there's the starters.
Yep, that's Gen 10.
That is yep, 100% Gen 10.
I like the water type. I don't like the big ass head though.
I like the fire type because it's fluffy.
Yeah, that looks good for
Oh,
Gen
you
10.
can go underwater. Is this where they're gonna finally introduce the dive action back?
Yeah, because I have been seen since Gen 5. Even though it was limited.
Pokemon wins.
Wind and wave.
Yeah, that's what
Yep.
the leak. Yeah, that's what the leak said.
So the leaks were right.
Global.
That game looks absolutely gorgeous. Releasing next year, of course.
I wonder what the difference is gonna be though. If it's winds and waves. And that is the Pokemon presentation done.
Yep. Well, so now Pokemon. Yep, that was that Gen 10 was absolutely fantastic for those visuals.
It looks very, very good. I just hope they go forward with it.
I agree.
Because
I
like
agree.
we had big hopes for freaking ZA, and then ZA turned out to be a shit show. So
it was ZA wasn't that bad. Yeah,
it wasn't bad, but it definitely had its flaws.
ZA is just a different playstyle than your usual like Gen 9, Gen 8, Gen 3, Gen 5, all that other stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
It's a different battle mechanic. Me personally, I kind of like it better. It was actually kind of introduced in Gen 9, but Gen 9 was kind of Scarlet and Violet was more of the testing grounds for it, and then they drastically improved it from Arceus and then to Legends.
I would say Legends Arceus was the really true start of it, because that was Gen 8 and that was the first start of the open world stuff before we got it in Gen 9 and then beyond. So I would say Legends Arceus was the first true testing ground.
Yeah, but then they drastically increased, made it better in Legends ZA.
Yes, they did.
And they may even implement it in Gen 10. Leaks show that it's supposed to implement some type of battle style like that in Gen 10. Supposed to be like Scarlet and Violet and stuff like that.
I mean, to be fair, who knows? Because I know the battle style for ZA got either it was a lot of positive and a lot of negative feedback at the same time.
Well, it got a lot of the negative feedback was because of a lot of people didn't like Arceus because of that mechanic style, and so they compared it to Arceus.
Well, no, not that, because it made things that for example, it flipped a lot of how different moves worked on its head a bit, because it changed some moves, it moved some moves. And, like, some people argue that the strategy that had for Pokemon before then, more of like predicting and trying to, because you could take your time and all that, more so kind of got thrown in the trash for a more fast-paced battle mechanic, which I can honestly see, because like more people would have preferred the strategic, slower pace battles other than just fast pace on things.
Well, people are used to the turn-based Pokemon battles too, and Legends ZA does not give you give you that option.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's in a negative standpoint, because it's way more fast-paced. You gotta take your time in turn-based. You can't really take your time in ZA. You have to know what you want to do at that exact moment once you want to do it.
And not to mention, you're also moving around too to try to predict your opponents.
Yeah. The original is more strategic based and more. That's why Champions actually is keeping the regular Pokemon fighting style, due to the reason of more people just competitively and just people in general prefer the battle style, because it takes more skill to like either predict or something, while if it's ZA, it's more of just
you have to being aggressive and being aggressive or knowing when to play defense. But also though, with that though, if you're doing it competitive, you can take your time, but you can't at the same time, because in competitive rules there's a timer. There's a timer before you automatically, it forces you to pick a move, so you can't take forever to make a move. Yeah, you still gotta like still kind of pick somewhat fast and think, but you have to think kind of fast. Whereas ZA, you're still thinking, but you're sticking on the fly while you're on the move. And then you also with ZA, what I see from rank play, size does matter. Size, like depending on your Pokemon and its size and its moves, some moves have a bigger radius and hitboxes. So the bigger your Pokemon, the bigger your hitbox, but also the bigger the range of your moves. Like especially if you're spamming Earthquake can hit a variety of targets, because it's an AoE attack, and not only that, it's spread out, so you'll be able to hit in a wide margin because your Pokemon's huge and it has a huge radius. So there's still that to consider too.
And also, if you keep in mind of the ZA battle style, it kind of removes, I wouldn't say removes, but definitely diminishes the setup builds. For example, if you your Pokemon relies off of setting up or doing a specific gimmick, you can't really do that in ZA.
Actually, you can to some extent. You can. It's all on the timing. You still can run Swords Dance. You can still run like moves like Screech and still hit hard. I've seen people do it, and especially is very, very useful against when you're doing the Mega Battle raids. I seen it. I seen someone use a freaking Annihilate with Screech and I don't know, was it Bulk Up or Swords Dance, and absolutely shred freaking Mega Bosses. And in competitive play, it still works too, because you can still catch people off guard. And some sets actually run wild. I've actually seen videos of it. It still can be done. It's just not easy to pull off, especially if you're like high rank. Some people might start targeting you, ganging up on you. Cause I've seen that too. But it's still possible to do.
Yeah, but so one of the negative things that they changed with like those, like for example, you're talking about Sword Dance and Screech. So in the turn-based and the older gens and stuff like that, you could use 3 sword dances and 3 screeches, and they would be like a permanent effect. But in Legends ZA, they're not a permanent effect; they're only a temporary effect, and you have to hit them again. And they don't really stack too much.
Yeah, they don't.
They may
Yeah, they don't.
stack
Yeah, they
like one
don't.
and a half times.
They don't. Yeah, they don't stack. That's the down part. But
Thank you,
but
sir.
but it does. But however, if you're still able to do out the damage during that time frame while you have the stat buffs or debuffs in effect, the damage caused is massive. It could be devastating. I've seen it firsthand.
Especially if you hit that critical super effective hit.
Yeah, that's practically almost a guaranteed one shot every time if that happens.
Yeah, if you sit there and you use screen, that's why Mewtwo is broken in online multiplayer battles, ranked battles, is because you can sit there and use special attack, like Nasty Plot, and you run a move like Side Strike, and next thing you know, boom, you're done. You're done. You can knock out a guard shot in one hit.
You can even use Carmine, so you can have a little bit of a special defense against those special attackers and still run rapid on them too.
Yep. So, it's just Legends ZA just requires a little bit more fast-paced strategy that goes with it to keep it in like that. It's almost like with Kingdom Hearts with
Yeah.
No. I know people like me who more or so tries to go for a slower, more strategical approach to battling. Because I've done a tad bit of competitive battling.
Some people like to, but it has its advantages and disadvantages. Some people like to do what I call is stall, because some people love stalling gimmick teams, and those teams tend to be annoying real quick. You can't do that in Legends. You can also do that in Legends ZA a little bit with the gimmicks and the traps, especially like Stealth Rock. You can still have people do passive damage and stuff like that, but I don't really see gimmick teams work that well in Legends ZA as compared to main series games. Forget about it. If you don't have anything to counteract hazards will run you ragged. It's happened to me more times than I can care to count.
And if I was looking at that Gen 10 trailer correctly, it looks like it's going to incorporate kind of like what Scarlet and Violet did.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. That's exactly what it looked like.
Something that I actually just thought about is from what we've seen of the Gen 10 trailer, I wonder how big it is going to be.
I would assume if it's anything as big as Scarlet and Violet was, I would probably expect at least maybe double that size. That's just me. And then there's the thing about location too, because you know how each generation of Pokemon, they base it off a specific location. So I would say, of course, Gen 1, which is Kanto, and Gen 2, which is Johto, they were based off Japan, I would say ish. I can't tell about Gen 3. I don't know what Gen 3 is based off of. Normally you'll be able to tell. Let's see. Gen 4, also another one I can't tell. Gen 5, that was based off the US. Gen 6, that's based off France. Gen 7, Hawaii.
I thought
and then
Gen 10 was supposed to be based on like Australia.
Australia? Hold on a second.
What's based off of Australia?
Yeah, based off of the Gen 10 trailer, it looked like it was based off of like Australia.
The things that I saw, though, is that from what I've seen, they're most likely going to bring back like the dive mechanic. So that's something that we haven't seen
I'll
in
be right back,
forever.
guys. I'll be right back.
They come out with a double pack for Wind and Waves, I'm going to get it. Because that to me was just absolutely gorgeous.
Kind of makes you think what the game difference is going to be if it's called Wind and Waves.
I would say it would be Australia because Australia is known for having their waves and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm at work and I'm going in and out of muting mic and stuff. I didn't think I wanted to hear engines roaring and all that. I'm not gonna lie though, whenever it comes to the starters, even though the water Pokemon has the big ass head, I'll probably still pick it because I'm just a water type user. They're just broken. Set wise.
Alright, I'm back. Lord have mercy. Hey, one thing is another. Alright, stream. Sorry I was gone for a bit, but hopefully you enjoyed the Pokemon Presents, even though some of it was, well, most of it, rather, was lackluster except for certain parts. But each to their own. But if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys